Okay, so you're going none, right? Not da, right?
See, that's why you were right the first time.
Okay, now, for now, this is incorrect. Okay, for now. I'll tell you why in a minute. Okay. Okay, so look at the location. Look at the position in the verb. So it's not that. Here's a slot. Here's a verb. So how am I going to get the you information into that? Don't be afraid. Just try. Good. Thank you for trying. How would you inflect that to mean you are running? Well, first of all, what do we have to add in there? We have to add in a mean coming from the word none, right? Taking this particle. But we're going to shove it in here. We're going to inflect it into the verb where? You be quiet. You be quiet. And you be quiet.
Not cheap.
Before the,
Oh, out here?
yeah.
That's, so you're pausing out here? Okay, so you're going,
That doesn't look right.
okay.
That's wrong too.
Told
me to try.
Exactly. I'm loving this because this is how you're going to learn this. Okay, so now, okay, again, I'm going to say it again. Look at the position of the blank.
So it goes there.
Ah, and where is it at?
No. Put the N in there.
And where? Just spell it for me, Luke. Just spell it for me.
N-A-N-L-A.
Okay, so you're going N-A-N-L-H-T-A.
Oh.
Yay! Yeah. So now, nonsta.
Now who's running?
Yeah, you're running. Yeah, you're running. Nonsta. See? Okay, so see that? This is called, what I tell you last 2 times, inflection. You're inflecting the verb right now. As I said, think of infection like it's entering the body and getting you sick. See, you're inflecting it. You're changing it. Okay, so now I'm running. Now help me. Somebody pause it, not you guys. Pause it how to say it. So now that you know this much, now first of all, what are you going to put in the verb up here? Yeah, you can put an SH in there. So spell it for me, somebody. Give it a plural.
N-A-N or N-A-S-H-L-H-D-A.
Yay! Okay, stand with us, Okay, so now we have changed the person in the verb, meaning the owner. See, now that's why, so really, nashta is really a whole sentence. Because it says, I am running.
Wow.
You can say it in English, what are you doing? I'm running. I can just say to you, nashta. See why none earlier was not necessary? I have to say she nashta, and you say nashta. Complete sentence, because what does it have in this? It has the verb, and it has the subject. It's right in the verb. So each verb really is a mini sentence.
That's all the information you need.
Why can you add N or M for...
Okay,
Tilde.
okay, great. All right.
He loves rabbit holes.
Now, okay, and there's a reason, because we already had it up here. So now, I'll put this back in order. So let's do by as a mini paradigm. Okay, so that's a transitive verb. So one S is who?
I.
Stop it. Second S is
You.
thank you. Third is
They.
singular. Okay, so here I'm going to move it apart on purpose. Okay. Now, here's Yuchai. He or she is buying it. Yuchai.
That's 2 U's in the middle.
I'm sorry. Okay, Yuchai. Say it. Yuchai.
Yuchai.
All right. Now,
German.
and I'm going to put the zero subject marker is right there. Okay. So now, let's say I'm buying apples. So how would you posit? I'm saying I buy. Give it a whirl. See the location.
It's like a trick question.
Louder, Lou, louder.
Okay, so you're positing, I'm right down here for us. You're positing, right? Okay. That is so close to being close. No, seriously.
Yeah.
Because you don't know this yet, and that's why. But what happens is,
No, it doesn't look right.
in the transitive verb, the transitive marker is what? It's a Y or a double I, right? Okay. It only shows up in third person. and third person plural. That's the only place. It disappears for some reason. Well, there's probably a whole rabbit hole we can go down. We're not going to go down. So really, so it's Ushchait. Yeah, because that passed away. I mean, it's not there. See, yeah, and it's only going to be in third. It's only going to be in third singular and third plural. And down here it's Chay Yu Chait. They're buying it. Okay, Chay Yu Chait. Okay, this is a plural. But now, getting back to your question. Interesting happens in Dee-ni. It's called markedness in Dee-ni. Okay, markedness in Tawa. Okay, so now let's now that we know this disappears. This only stays here in third person, right? It disappears in these two persons, right? Posit this one. What is it going to look like? From the information y'all have at this point, give me a spelling for you by it. Nunchait? Okay, we're back to this pattern.
Oh, okay.
Wrong.
Wrong.
Well, look, where's the slot? No, look at the slot though, Lou, and everybody. See, the slot is here. The slot is here. So where you can put that information?
Put it in there.
Yeah, put it in there. Just do it. Just try it. What's it going to be? Very good. We didn't say it again.
That sounds very German.
That sounds good.
Sorry.
Okay.
If you speak German, I was going
Now, all things being equal, that is 100% correct, but it's wrong. But there's a reason for it. No, this is correct though. You've got the right.
Logically, that's
You've got the data in there correctly. You've got it in the right position, and it really is unheit. But this language, for some reason, over the millions of years or whatever, how long it's been, it decided to phonologically do something different. Okay, and so so when you write a phonological rule, you take the two properties and say so when you take the property ooh, must be drying out on me. Oh. Okay, so you take the sound phoneme ooh, right? Okay, and you're going to add it to the sound right? Right. What this language says is this, that turns into yeah, it changes to So anytime you have a verb with u in it, the second person is always Like daila umte, what do you want? Daila umtsi, what do you know? Anytime there's a u and it does that, it's like clockwork every single time. It just changes to that. So when you add this to that, it becomes that. Okay? Every time. So that's why we end up with an M. And it's always going to be in a verb that has an U in it in the front, like that. Yeah. It's just gonna, so like I say, ushte, I want it. Umte, you want it. Yuste, he wants it.
Is that because it's easier to say? Is that why?
And when you just say umte, it's easier to say umte. See, there's a whole other layer in the language called phonology, right? And it's always putting pressure on the language. That's why we shorten things. He would not have gone to the doctor if I didn't tell him. He wouldn't have went to the doctor. See how he would not have turned it would not have? He wouldn't have. See, that's pressure. See, and the language, all languages do the same thing. And it's called, and it pushes on the language daily. We get talking fast, right? What are you going to buy at the car? Go to the dinner? What's wrong? You know, we buy something for dinner. Well, if you keep doing that, see how it changes the language. See, so the language is going. It's a lot easier to say umchait than umchait. See, look at the word umchait, umchait, umchait. See, just something like that. So the phonology then crushes the language and makes it do a phonological rule that when u plus becomes
And just like that glottal H. Well, I mean, the X on it. When you say height.
Oh.
You know, so when you're saying,
yeah,
height.
yeah,
Although hey, you height is
easier. Yeah. See, because remember I was describing the oral tract, right? There's all the articulation points in our vocal and oral and nasal tract, right? That produce human language, right? And so when you put a factor in front of another factor, it drives what this one's going to do to make the transition just from our speech apparatus itself. That's called phonology. See, that happens just organically It's just logical to the muscles and the sounds and where they're located in the mouth and the throat that cause these things to happen. That's called phonology.
And
The
take
sound, the
path
study of sound.
least resistance, too.
Takes the path of least resistance, right. And who wants to make the language so impossible to speak? No one. So the language just fixes it. So that's how we get Now, once in a while, we get a tilde. Because really, what a tilde is, this little this tilde, is really just n. But it usually comes at the end of a long vowel. So let's do an intransitive verb for go. I'm going to, okay, so it's first, second, and third, and the verb is tosh. Say that with me, tosh.
Tosh.
Tosh. Okay, so that means he or she's going someplace. Tosh, going to Crescent City. Okay? All right. Now, so I'm going to show you where the verb slot is for 0. It's going to be right here. Okay. Now, what information do you have to get in there for I go? I go Crescent City. Crescent City, I go. So you got to get a what in there? You got to get a... Right. So does anybody want to give it a whirl? Oh, this is a toughie. I should have picked an easier one.
Bad one.
This is a bad one. Let me pick a different one.
Yeah, that was.
Shra.
There you go.
Shra.
Yeah.
That's better. I'm sorry. I'll show you this one later when you know, further down the road. Let's do
It's
Shra.
one of those irregular ones.
Yeah, it's too regular. So Shra. Ooh.
Ashram
Hey.
means to cry.
Yeah. Well, no, not like this neither. I want some with a long vowel. Let me see.
Yeah.
See. Yash.
No.
Chong, yeah.
No, yeah.
No, yeah.
What, that-
Let's do
No.
chong. Let's do chong.
Yeah.
Chong's a good one.
Yeah.
It's almost as bad as go.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
But it's okay, it's not that bad.
okay, let's try this one. Okay, that's the verb to eat. Okay. Just ne epis chong. Drong he look chong. Think bushri chong. Oh God, I hope not.
I do.
So chong means to eat. Okay.
Instead of horse, eat the cat.
That was the dog, not the cat.
Yeah.
Clean bushri chong. Not good. Okay. Now, I need to get. See, it's the same as
I know.
Tosh.
No,
That's a. You know what? Let's just do
We
it.
all die.
Let's just do it.
It's okay.
Okay, what happens is
Handle it.
that okay? So it just stays the same and almost stays at the end. Okay, but I've got to get an sh in here, right? Right.
Fine.
So let's throw it in there. So if we just said it by itself, it would be what?
Chashon.
Chashon. Chashon, right? We need a transition verb. This is phonology again. It needs a helper verb to get in there. So what the language picks is the letter E. So chashon, I'm eating. Chashon. Chashon. Epis chashon. You know, just the epis chon. She epis chashon. Okay. Now we've got to get what in here for this one, everybody? We got to get an N in there, right?
Where's it gonna go?
Okay, so we've got an N. This is an N. That tilde, T-I-L-D-A. Okay, right there. So what does that look like now? Chon, 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 right? So the language just doesn't like chon. Even though all the information is there, the ch is there, the is there, and the verb root is there, it doesn't like it. So guess what it did?